Hello, everybody. Welcome to Grand Tactician, Civil War, 1861 to 1865, the Shiloh battle. The Battle of Shiloh, we are going to live stream. This is a historical battle from the game by Grand Tactician, developed by Oliver Keppelmuller and his team that are developing this grand strategy Civil War game, still in early access. You can find it on Steam. It has a lot of promise, lots going for it. It is still a work in progress, though, I will warn you. But especially for strategy game enthusiasts and Civil War enthusiasts, the game definitely brings a lot to the table. And we are going to do the historical battle of Shiloh, April 6, 1862. It was a two-day battle, so April 6th and April 7th at Pittsburgh Landing, Tennessee. The battle gets the name from the church that was located, meaning Way of Peace, I believe, which is an ironic name for I think it's a Hebrew word. Very ironic for the name. This battle we're going to play as the Confederates. We're going to set the Union AI behavior to dynamic. And according to the tutorial, the dynamic AI is supposed to follow a script up to a point, but allow the AI some flexibility to make decisions. Now, I don't know if that is a better setting, a more challenging setter than the AI historical. Now, if the AI historical is more scripted, then the player can use that to advantage if they know about how the battle was fought. At the same time, one has to question AI decision making when it is set to dynamic. But we will leave it at dynamic. We have General Ulysses S. Grant in command of the Union forces, and Albert Sidney Johnston, how little we knew ye, at the battle in command of the Confederates at the Battle of Shiloh. He also has some decent lieutenants, Leonidas Polk, and they don't list Beauregard. Beauregard was at the battle and served as Johnston's lieutenant and took over command of the battle after Johnston died on the first day of the battle. Also, Union commanders of note: McClernand, William H. L. Wallace, which I think is the one. I think he wrote the book Ben-Hur, if I am correct about that. And Hurlbut. We got the William Tecumseh Sherman, who would later go on to be basically Grant's right-hand man. Although his performance at Shiloh was a little bit unprepared, but he was able to stabilize his situation. But the man of the hour at the Battle of Shiloh on the first day was Benjamin M. Prentiss, who held the Confederate advance at the Hornets' Nest, allowing Grant enough time to kind of rally his troops, who got hit hard on the first day, and were surprised by Johnston's attack, which that's what Johnston was going for, was a surprise attack. Don Carlos Buell was marching his army to reinforce Grant, but would not show up until the second day. So that's why Johnston did make or launch his surprise attack on Grant the way he did, because he was trying to destroy Grant's army before Buell could get to reinforce him. All right, why don't we get started? All right, so we have the opening stage. You have your Confederate States military telegraph, and so you have your headquarter dispatch, giving you a breakdown. Orders at the Battle of Shiloh. Army of Mississippi will attack General Grant's army of 30,000 in the morning of the 6th and take Pittsburgh before Buell with 30,000 men can join him. Turning Grant's left flank will prevent him from reaching the Tennessee River, his supply line, and avenue of retreat. The attack must be swift and decisive, as the meager rations will not be able to sustain us in a prolonged engagement. General Beauregard will stay in the rear and direct men and supplies as needed. So again, some of the user interface and functionality, you can't just click right off of the dispatch. You gotta click on headquarters. That will make the orders disappear. So there's some functionality there just to kind of get through. Now we look at our forces, and again you can there's the order of battle, or OOB, bottom left corner here, and if you click on it, you get the entire Army of Mississippi organizational structure. And if you so you have Army Command. Now I will strong word of caution. You can click on Johnston's Army headquarters, and again click on the OOB button to make it disappear. And you can command the entire army with a right click on where you go. Now, don't do that unless you're marching long distances, which it might become useful. But if I were to order the entire Army of Mississippi, they will all move, and then you cannot. It's very hard to make them stop. Once the army gets going, it's going to be hard to make them stop. The game functions on kind of an order system where orders and you can kind of see when you zoom in too. Once you set orders, you'll see little couriers running around. Sometimes, I mean, they're doing it as you're clicking on individual units and ordering them. You'll see little horse couriers running around at times, and those are dispatches to commanders of lower rank units getting the orders on what to do. So it's best to kind of even at divisional or corps and divisional level issuing orders. I recommend extreme caution, although I do kind of like issuing orders from the division to start the battle, or even a corps to start the battle, and then as the battle unfolds, you can click on individual brigades like this, or individual batteries, and direct them to where you want them to go. So like if we are going to follow more of the historical path and we want to kind of hit the Union left, which would be along the Spain branch tributary here, and try to drive through towards the sunken road, I'll probably issue orders by division to start, and that way the whole division will move their brigades into position. So let's use Breckinridge's division for example. And you're going to right click. So I'm going to right click over here. So he's going to make a strong move towards the Spain branch and the Union left. We'll move Ruggles kind of along the... I don't know if we want to maybe support more. So we could do something like this. Now again, you can kind of see a sloping terrain on the 2D map if you want to get a better idea of the terrain. So we have some high ground, which we can put our batteries on here, but we have to march down a gully kind of. And then Spain Field, the Union has a bit of high ground here. So that's going to be the challenge of the attack on the Union left, is that they control some high ground above this Spain branch gully area that our troops have to cross. But if we can take it, we will be turning the Union left. And if a strong attack at their right along the eastern Corinth Road here, straight at these Union defenders, can pin these troops down and hold them in position. So we got Bragg's. Now that's Bragg's corps. We don't want to issue Bragg's corps because he'll control. Then he'll issue orders to all of the divisions. And we have Withers' division. We'll move him up into position along the East Corinth Road. And then so we do have Polk's First Corps. And again, I might issue Polk's entire command to get across the creek here. And then to start the battle. That way he'll issue commands to the entire corps as they will try to hit this Union position from their right flank. Then we have Hardee over here and his corps. We'll situate him across the west branch in support. And why don't we get the battle started? It is 7 a.m. In battle time, we're going to go ×5 to begin the battle. If you zoom in, you can start hearing, should start hearing troops marching. You see the little couriers, those are the couriers that are issuing orders. Now, I might already, for example, take Hodgson's battery and take command of them. I want them right here along this road. So Hardee has yet to start moving out, although orders have been issued. Now they got the orders, and now they are moving. You can see the AI will use road movement too to get into position. We want to bring up these guns, maybe right here actually. So if we can put a battery here, and then they will be used to hit and support the attack on the Union left. You can hear the marching fife and drum. We want this artillery over here too, to support the extreme right. You can see Breckinridge's division marching down the Spain branch gully. Anderson, I don't like him. We can actually use Anderson maybe more along this line. Keep him from getting mixed up along this creek. So as you can see, I'm already starting to issue orders to individual brigades instead of ordering the entire division. You see our artillery is now in position. Hodgson's battery of 16 guns are firing on the Union position at Spain Field. So I'm just having them fire at will right now. So whatever available target. But you can command that battery to attack a specific spot. Now we have Hudson's battery getting in position. And now Trebu's battery. Trebo. Are they firing? So you can see right here their status is firing. I always check. Sometimes it's not apparent. I mean, obviously the smoke from the guns will tell you if they're firing or not. And then you can look at their status, and they are firing. So an artillery duel to start off. We have 6th Division Artillery, the Army of Tennessee. On the Union side. As Anderson's brigade trying to advance. We want to get them to pin these Union troops down. You can see Union reinforcements now coming in strong onto Spain's field. So we want Clark's division really to maybe get across here. And Breckinridge's brigades. So you have some Union troops on Larkin Bell Field here. They're moving troops from their left flank to support their defenders on Spain Field. Maybe I've been too slow in the advance because they are bringing up reinforcements quickly. I want to get right here. Let's see, Anderson's brigade will attack Miller's detachment. So those are skirmishers. Might be a good idea that I deploy skirmishers. So you can command, and we got firing now from the infantry line. We can deploy our own skirmishers. So there's Pond Jr.'s detachment. We will deploy skirmishers from Chalmers. Nope, not charge. We don't want to charge. Whoops. So they try to flank us. Oh, Chalmers' detachment got a little bit overly aggressive there. So a lot of heavy fighting right off the bat right here in front of Spain Field. Lots of reinforcements coming into Spain Field. They are fortifying that area heavily. We might be able to hit them from their right flank. Let's see, Clark's division still getting into position. So I really want to get, maybe I don't really want to get Clark over here. Then you have, and Clark's division is supported by Cheatham's division as well, in case we don't want to get our flank turned, our left. Alright, so Pond Jr. is engaged with the 6th Division Artillery. Oh, we gotta get Breckinridge going. So it has been about an hour and a half already into the battle. It's a little bit after 8:30 a.m. We have these skirmishers from Peabody's detachment breaking now. It looks like they're breaking. Let's see what kind of, we have some reserves here that we want to pull up from Withers' division, and some artillery here that we might want to. Let's bring up this Robertson's battery. Alright, we have, so Breckenridge is trying to get into position. We might move up Trebo's battery over here. We still have Bowen's batteries holding the Federals at behind the creek. The Union's bringing up a lot of artillery now. So we have a notification, Jackson in contact. And when we double click on it, it brings us right to that area of battle. So Jackson's brigade in heavy fighting. Lots of Union troops right there on Spain Field. They are going to defend Spain Field. Now what can, so if they're just gonna reinforce Spain Field like that, I think we're gonna try to flank them now. We gotta get Hardy's Corps into position. Let's get this cavalry under Forrest, Nathan Bedford Forrest cavalry. So we can probably hit them hard on the right flank now if they're all going towards Spain Field. I do not see too many Union troops over here on the right flank. They're bringing up artillery though to kind of guard against attack on the right. So why don't we move up and counter that? Let's deploy some skirmishers from Russell's brigade and kind of start skirmishing with those artillery units there. Now let's move Russell into position 2 on the Union right of Spain Field. We got Breckenridge on our right, going down the Spain branch gully here. See if we can. They're not really defending that position. Let's try to get across the creek there. We need to take this artillery right here. The 6th Division artillery we need to take. Same thing, we got 1st Division artillery. So Union brought up a lot of artillery here. Let's see how Chalmers doing. 47 in losses, not too bad. Anderson is engaged. Let's support Chalmers. Looks like our skirmish detachment is routed. Ruggles battery, and we might want to bring them up a little bit more. We are breaking their 6th Division artillery, so that is very good for us. Let's get Statham's brigade up the hill here. They're going to try to hit Gibson's brigade. We need support. Let's get Anderson supporting Gibson. So heavy fighting right here in front of Spain Field. The Union is like charging Gibson's brigade. He's unstable and he is broken. Oh no. Now Pond Jr.'s detachment is in a bad position. We need some support. We need support. Come on, Anderson's brigade. Let's slow things down a little bit. We have reinforcements. Let's bring up reinforcements from Gladden's brigade. Now we have broken Lauman's detachment, though. That's not the full brigade. That is just skirmishers. So we're gonna order Breckinridge to maybe rally. Hopefully we can rally Gibson's broken men. All right, let's take a look at our left right now. Let's see, Hardy's. Oh, that's Polk. Where's Hardy? Hardy's on the march. Hardy's on the march. Statham, we need him to get up this hill. So terrain is working in the benefit of the Union forces for sure. Pond Jr. is starting to break. Bowen, we need him to help support. Really need Anderson to get in the support. See, Anderson's failing us. He is not getting to where I want him to go. That's the last of my reserves on my right flank, so do we have anyone else? So we are pulling up Gladden. Here's now Statham is in a tough spot. He needs support on the flank. We have Trebow's brigade supporting the attack by Statham. Bowen's brigade is heavily engaged with this unmounted cavalry. There's heavy fighting along the Spain branch. Is Anderson even firing? Yes, he is. Okay, we broke those double time Anderson. Let's go. Oh no. Statham's breaking. Trebo is confident, though, in his attack. And they're opening fire. We can get Anderson into position. If we can take these guns, that'll be huge. Oh, no. Trebo is nervous and starting to break. So our right flank is completely disintegrating. Alright, Johnston, we're going to have Johnston try to rally. Not double time. Alright. Looks like the battle will come down to the left flank. So our right flank attack has failed. All units from Breckinridge's corps has been broken. But Breckinridge is trying to rally. It's not a complete loss, though. I mean, we've shaken them. We've got the Union to commit a lot of forces, though, to Spain Field. So that presents an opportunity if we can get Hardy quickly over here. So we'll try to hit their right flank now. That's good. Let's see. Let's use Forest. Nope. There are some troops over here defending near the Shiloh branch at Purdy Road. Now we have broken some of their Union forces as well. Anderson's brigade is still eager. Stewart's brigade had heavy fighting. So we're pushing back their right. Jackson is engaged, but he's not really supporting the attack very well. Let's get him into position. We're going to move up these guns at point blank range. Do we have any other reserves? Just Hardy. Alright, so Jackson now... Firing. We need you to start firing, Jackson. Gladden is getting flanked, though. Let's shore up that line. So maybe too aggressive in that attack on the Union left, trying to get up the banks of the Spain Branch Creek. They countered that attack very well. Let's order Russell on the left of Stewart here, because it looks like 4th Brigade, Union 4th Brigade, is starting to waver. Yeah, I lost control of that for a second. My bad. Alright, so trying to put pressure on the Union right now. Let's get Lindsay's cavalry maybe can get here quickly. Hardy's taking too long. Now, I'm not seeing a whole lot of Union troops over here by Shiloh Church, except for this one unit guarding Purdy Road, the extreme Union right. Anderson's brigade. So heavy fighting right now at Spain Field going on since the beginning of the battle. It's 10:34 battle time. Oh no. Chalmers is broken. No. Really need to get Stephen's brigade. We need to get these guys going. Let's go. Oh, this does not look good. And we're losing all our reserves. Were we able to rally? We never. Once your units are broken, it is very hard to rally them. Hubbard's battery. So we're gonna have to probably pull some troops. We might have to pull some troops from our left flank to protect our right and center. We'll pull Johnston's brigade. Bushrod Johnston will come over here. We still have Jackson's brigade holding. He's confident, so if he can hold that position here. Well, same with Gladden. Gladden is confident, and Jackson. These two brigades need to hold this position if we have any shot at turning this thing around. We still have good amount of artillery in position to keep the Union forces at bay. Stewart is now eager, though. Russell's got to get in position. Let's order double time on him. Let's go. You can see the men strewn around the battlefield. And they reinforced Spain Field with all they got, it looks like. Still don't see any other Union troops other than what's over on Purdy Road. I wonder if we should see. Force has 2,000 men. How many? First Brigade about 2, so it'll be 2,000 versus 2,000. They have high ground. Order our cavalry to dismount, and then we're gonna assault 4th Brigade. Like Gladden might, they might need to fall back. Is Anderson trying to rally? No. Pond? No. So our broken units are unable to rally. Bowen is nervous now. So if we can get them back here. So they were able to recover a little bit. Gladden is finally broken. I know we were sending in reinforcements. Well, Johnston's going to come here to help make sure that Jackson does not get flanked. So now we're going to try to hit their right flank. As hard as we can. I think I'm going to send force near Shiloh Church. Because the Union has just decided to bring everything to Spain Field. Breckinridge is nervous himself. Still trying to get him to rally. What about... Let's see if Bragg can rally. Bragg is also nervous. So if your higher command is nervous, we're now at a major defeat right now. Come on, boys. Battle's not over yet. See, Jackson is taking a lot of fire right now. But he's confident. He's confident. Now, Johnston's already eager. We need to get him double time, though. Hardy's men finally getting to where we want him. Oh, more units of ours are broken. Robertson's artillery is now broken, so things are starting to look very precarious. And then now there's this eerie calm now in the battle. Now we are able to break 4th Brigade. Is this the turning point of the battle? We need to get Johnston to rally. Alright, men, rally. Are there any of our men rallied? Let's see. Bowen is now Bowen is confident now, so that's good. I don't think anyone else has recovered. We have this cavalry unit here. Clanton's cavalry. Let's bring them up. All right, Jackson is confident, holding the line. Ooh, the Federals are mounting an attack of their own. Can they hold the line? Jackson must hold this line. I need to send Claiborne to plug this gap right here. Doesn't look like we're doing anything to the Union troops. Johnson needs to turn his flank. There we go. We might need to send Bowen straight back into the battle. He is confident, but they're very tired, fatigued. We are making some progress against the Union right. If we can get some artillery fire on the Union right, that might cause some panic throughout the line. It is only 11:30 a.m. in the battle. So it doesn't look like there's much here defending the extreme Union right. If we can make 3rd Brigade route. Hey, Russell is confident. That's good. How is Jackson doing? Jackson is still confident. Bushrod Johnson is eager, but we need him there to support Jackson. So Bowen coming back into the fray. These other units are still broken. Can we get Breckinridge? Okay, Breckinridge is stable now. Can he rally up any more troops? What about Bragg? Bragg is unstable. We all knew that. Everyone knows that. The attack on the Union right. How we doing? How we doing? Confident. Lindsay's confident. Yeah, attack them. Wood is confident. Attacking 3rd Brigade. Still trying to get artillery in position here. Jackson finally is broken. And they fought very bravely, but just too much. Now it's up to Bushrod Johnson to hold the line. And we got Bowen. We've got Bowen coming to reinforce, but he's already broken once. Exhausted. Hinman is exhausted from constant marching. Looks like Lindsay's cavalry detachment broke. Oh, we've already been defeated. The battle is lost. The morale of your troops is cracked. Try to organize an orderly retreat within the given time. Oh, wow. You know, I did a test run of this battle before doing this stream, and what I was doing extremely well. This was really I don't know if I should be impressed or just I did not do very well myself. But my whole plan was to hit the Spain field here really hard. In the test run, I was able to flank the Federals and cut off Spain field. The AI had kept a large force along Ray Field here, actually behind, so that the Union forces in the last battle, when I did the trial run, kept troops anchored by Shiloh Church. This time they took everything and put it into Spain field. So so that is interesting that the dynamic AI did actually do something unscripted, and it worked out to their advantage. And I was unable to adjust and forced a frontal assault against Spain field and unable to turn their attack. They only had a couple in that trial run. They only had a couple artillery pieces up here, and I was able to just overwhelm them. And I had Federals fleeing to the sunken road. I had units trapped here. I didn't finish the battle, but I was like, okay, this strategy might work, and not this time. So kudos to the dynamic AI, as it is only it was only, I think, noon game time. I mean, I think doesn't look like they're going to pursue us too much. We'll finish out the retreating phase of the battle. But I was making some progress here. I thought I could actually turn the right flank, though. So I question, though, how demoralized our army. So Albert Sidney Johnston must be just too demoralized. He's stable. All right, we withdrew. See, I'm kind of disappointed that the game ended. I mean, we inflicted 5,300 casualties. We had suffered 7,500, but we were making an assault. If we would have turned that right flank of the Union Army, it might have changed the tide of the battle. So I question the AI's decision that, or the morale check on the army. I guess it is what it is. I mean, if you're now looking at the casualties, I mean, did I really take 50 guns? I mean, that's huge. And we still had it. We were even now in the amount of artillery. I'm kind of, I feel like we still had a chance in that battle. I really do. Yeah, we were hitting, they brought in all their reserves to Spainfield. Like we still had Hinman, or Cheatham, and Hinman. So we had Hinman from Cheatham's division still coming up. You had Forrest here, and Forrest took Shiloh. I mean, we could have took Forrest and his 2,000 man unit around the flank here. I think it was only noon game time. So I kind of question the decision by the AI. I question Albert Sidney Johnston for losing morale. If we could rally, we were able to rally Bowen's brigade, and he was coming in to plug the gap here. You still had Johnson, who was defending our position here. I had Clanton coming up in reserve. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the battle should have ended. It wasn't going very well. I'm not going to deny that. I think we still had a chance to, because you had, if you break the right flank here, and if there's no other reserves, we've got them reeling back to Larkin Field and Sunken Road. Now, again, day 2 of the battle would see Buell reinforcing us. Now, again, a lot of it would depend on whether these broken units would rally. So I guess morale is so shaken with those broken units that there's no way that they were going to come back. All right. Well, I appreciate people joining for the stream. I thought the battle was going to go on a little bit longer than it actually did. I hope you enjoyed my defeat at the Battle of Shiloh, and although I thought it was a pretty good fight, and very interesting to see the dynamic AI and work there. So again, I will see you on the next one. We will probably do another historical battle. Just kind of working my way down the historical battle list. There are plans for campaign game also. Most likely playing as the Confederates just because of I think the Confederates pose a challenge strategically, and that is the main reason why. So, until next time, I appreciate you. If you like the video, please support me by hitting that like button, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you.